Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
I'm Roman.
And today we are continuing our special series all about meal prep and how do you make delicious fresh food that you can freeze and then thaw and have it be as good as the day you made it. Now today we're covering one of many people's favorite foods, pizza.
Yes,
And you know, I think we all have seen DiGiorno as like a billion of them.
Yep.
But what is the common problem with, I would say, pre-frozen pizzas that you buy from the grocery store?
For me, the one big thing about pizzas that you buy from the grocery store is they never, when you bake them, they never taste fresh. They always taste frozen. And I don't know why that is, but they'll either be too soggy or they'll be too crisp. You know, you never have that medium. You know, you go to the pizza store, they give you a nice fresh pizza, comes out, it's soft, it's pillowy, but crusty. You know, it's got all the things of a pizza that you like. And frozen pizzas just don't always cover that spectrum.
Yeah. So our goal for this recipe that Roman's gonna walk you through is to make a pizza that's got that like chewy, crusty, light dough, but with that nice crisp bottom.
Exactly,
so
that bursts in the oven, that the dough rises. You know, a lot of times you get a stale dough, it just doesn't go anywhere. It's kind of flat, but it's not supposed to be a flat pizza, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna try to see if we can rectify that for you guys.
All right, then we are going to jump right into the recipe, show you how to make the dough, and then for proof, we're going to do a little bake-off. Our pizza versus one that we grabbed at the store. The brand shall not be named.
No, we won't do that. We won't do that.
Okay, let's jump right into it. What goes into this dough that makes it really great for freeze thaw?
All right, so I mean, this is a normal regular dough. You have your flour, you have your water, and then you have your yeast, and then salt, sugar. But what we added today is a little bit of sodium alginate, which the sodium alginate is great for this pizza because it allows you to stretch it. It gives the gluten a little bit more extra strength. So when I'm not a great pizza flipper or turner, but using this recipe and the sodium alginate in this dough, I can like spin a pizza. Okay. I'll show you guys later, but I can do it.
Let's see.
I swear to God.
Okay.
All right, and then a little bit of diastatic malt powder. That's going to help brown up the crust, and it's also going to give it like a little bit. There's something called oven spring. When you put dough into a hot oven, there's this initial burst.
Oh, cool.
Right? And so that's going to help with that pizza when it goes in the oven. It's going to have that initial burst, so that crust it's going to just puff up and pop out, which is something that doesn't normally happen when you buy a frozen pizza. So we're going to get some of that.
Very neat.
All right, so let's start. All right, so we're going to start by getting our flour into the food processor. Now you can do this by hand if you'd like to. Food processor is a little faster, and it helps shape the gluten. We'll put our salt right here, and then we're gonna throw our yeast on the other side. People never like to cross-contaminate the salt with the yeast because they say that salt kills yeast, but that isn't necessarily always true, to be honest with you.
I think not in this amount of time.
Not
probably.
exactly. So we have our sugar, our diastatic malt powder, and our sodium alginate. And we're just gonna give this a couple of spins. We'll just pulse it just to combine it.
Yeah, you don't want that sodium alginate clumping.
Exactly. All right, so now once we have that, we'll start slowly streaming in our water. And I'll do it as I pulse. Now a little bit at a time. You don't want to drop it all in there because if you do, the water will all pool to the center of the processor. So I'm going to stop right now, and now I'm going to add the oil. I'm going to add all the oil in now. You don't want to add the oil at the end because it doesn't emulsify well into the dough. All that oil's in. Now we'll finish with the water. Now you just want to spin it until that dough ball starts forming. You'll see it spinning against the side of the processor. And that's what you're looking for. As you can see, it's starting to do its thing. There you go. Not only is this combining the dough, but it's also working the gluten. So a couple more pulses and we are ready to go. A little bit of flour on our surface, work surface. And we're gonna dump our dough out. It's a little sticky, which is kind of what you want. You don't want a dough that's too dry. We're just gonna work that.
And how many pizzas does this amount of
This
dough make?
dough will make us 3 pizzas, 3 nice personal sized pizzas. Now, you can cut this in half and make a bigger pizza like an 18-inch, but for our purposes and our experimenting, I wanted to make small pizzas because then that way I could bake them at different times and we could figure out exactly what was the perfect temperature to cook them.
Okay.
All right, so now you're all set. We're gonna cut this into 3s, and we have our quart containers, and we're gonna ferment these in the fridge overnight before we actually roll them out. Now you do this by eye, you can weigh it. This feels a little bit light. I've been doing them at 187 grams per, and that feels about right. So we're gonna cover them up, and we're gonna let them slow ferment in the fridge. You can let them ferment 1 to 5 days.
Okay.
5 days, what'll happen is it'll start building up nice flavor. The 5th day, you get a really pungent flavor. I usually go 3 days max, and but you can go up to 5 days before, it kind of doesn't work anymore. So we're gonna get these right into the fridge. All right, now that we've rested our pizzas for 3 days, I have the ones that I have been proofing for 2 hours.
Okay.
You wanna make sure that you get like maybe 3 times size rise before we start working on them. All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right. So I'm gonna throw down a little bit of flour here to work with because we don't want this sticking all over the place. And then we'll get our pizza right down there. And then once you get it down, you want to just work it a little bit. I do my pizzas a certain way. Everyone has their own way of doing it, but this is how I do it. This is how I start it off. And then once I do that, I use my thumbs to kind of like stretch them out a little bit. Now that's the awesome thing with using the sodium alginate for this dish, is that it allows your gluten to have a lot of strength, so you're not ripping it. Like, I'm not great at making these pizzas, I'm not great at tossing pizzas or anything like that, but this is like the magic ingredient that like helps me, and I'm able to actually like toss this a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not great at it, but I'm gonna try it.
Go
all right?
for it. We've been talking about it. No pressure.
Now I'm nervous. So you wanna, what you're trying to do is you're just trying to stretch it out, and as you can see, it is stretching out very nicely. I'm gonna try to get a toss in here. Very nervous. I know the comment sections, they're gonna eat me up alive if I mess this one up. If I drop it, I'll forget it.
This guy. Oh, nice.
Right?
Great job.
And I don't do this. I'm not great at this, but let's get another one in there. That's 2. Oh, 3.
Hit the camera
4.
On the way up.
5, and that's
that.
every time you spin it. And I can't do this, but I'm telling you 100%, it's because of the alginate. The alginate works as a strengthener for gluten, and it just stretches out the dough, and I'm not ripping it or anything like that, and so and I can actually toss it. So that's really, really cool.
Sodium alginate has very quickly become my favorite baking ingredient in a lot of different applications.
It's unreal the applications that it has. All right, so I'm gonna get my pan here, and once I got my dough stretched to about where I want it, you can kind of almost see through it a little bit. You don't want it to be too stretchy, but I'm gonna just lay it down here, just like so. Once you got your dough down, you can go ahead and add your sauce. Now you don't want to add too much sauce. You start in the middle, and then you kind of want to give it one of those thingamabobbers. See, this is one thing. When I was in New York, there's like a pizza shop on every other corner in my neighborhood.
Yeah. So
like, I'm like at pizza shops, and I'm watching these guys, make the pizzas, and I mean that part, I'm like an expert, because you don't want to. One of the worst things you want to do is put too much sauce on your pizza. I think that's just right. I wouldn't even throw any more on there. Sorry, to be honest. Actually, I think I put a little bit too much on the corners here, but whatever.
I don't mind.
All right, so now some cheese. And this you can add as much cheese as you like, as little cheese as you like.
This is like the fun part where you can
this
go
is
crazy
do
with
whatever
your
you want.
toppings. Yep.
One of my favorite toppings is pepperoni. I mean, I like all toppings, but throw a good mushroom on there, or what have you. I was talking to Cole earlier about my wife. Pizza place, they put Kalamata olives and eggplant, and that pizza was really, really
That
good.
actually sounds good.
Yeah, it was
that sounds
awesome.
good.
I know a lot of people don't put cheese on their pepperoni after the pepperoni. I always sprinkle a little bit of cheese just on top of the pepperoni. I think I'm not sure if this is like something that you don't want to do. Like the pizza gods will be mad at me, but I like that. I think that's good.
Yep. So
Am I? What? Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever you want. Right?
All right. Exactly.
So
it's
what
my
we're gonna
pizza.
do-
I'll do what I want.
Yeah. So we're gonna freeze this pizza. But what we're gonna do is take one that we made previously that's already frozen. We're gonna pop it into the oven along with our store-bought pizza.
Yep.
And we'll be back with both of them are cooked for a taste-off.
All right. Here we go.
All right, as you can see, we have two pieces in front of us, our Modernist Pantry freeze-thaw pizza and the local popular brand of frozen pizza.
Ooh.
Now, I just want to remind you that you can make this pizza as big as this one. We just like making a smaller one.
Yeah.
And also a reminder to please subscribe, like, and also hit that notification button so you see more of our fun freeze-thaw recipes and a whole bunch of other recipes that we're going to be coming out with in the future. All right, let's just cut into this. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
They're both hot out the oven. I'm looking forward to just burning my face on it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's cut it open. All right.
I can hear that nice
that
crisp
crunch? Yeah. You?
All right, and I'll take a piece of the control as well. Definitely not the same amount of
No,
crunch.
you don't even hear it on the knife.
Yeah.
The our control crust is pre-cooked.
I don't really like this. It's very doughy.
Doughy, yeah.
Very, very doughy.
Yeah, you can see that too, like right here.
Very chewy, very
Yep.
bready. That's enough of that one. This one is like airier.
Yeah, you can see the holes there.
Yeah.
That popped up really nicely. It's nice and soft. I like it.
This one just tastes fresh.
Yeah.
And I know some of that could be due to the fact that we didn't make this. I mean, we don't know when this one was made. Could have been months ago, right? So you're never going to have it as good as a fresh pizza.
That's true. But this one our pizza had been sitting in the freezer, excuse me, for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
I mean, but this one tastes like you just.
it tastes
made
like
Yeah.
like we just made it.
Really good. You can hear like there's a nice little crunch to the
Yep.
crust as we're eating it. It's just thick enough. I like this level of thickness.
Yeah.
And this
Oh,
one's
that's really
delicious.
good. Tastes really good, actually.
Like I would say it makes this local brand or not local. I don't know what this is, but whatever this is, it makes.
I'm not gonna say it. But
Yeah, ours is way better, and you can get that recipe in the links in the description below. And
I think I'm gonna have another piece.
all right, I'm gonna finish this piece.
All right.
And until next week, from here in the Modernist Pantry Test Kitchen, I'm Janie.
I'm Roman.
Oh, this one's gross.
That one is gross.